So thank you though for making the time and joining us this evening. All right, so let's get started. And here we go. So as you know, we've been doing this series of these 30-minute classes every Wednesday. And tonight, being Wednesday, August 19th at 8 p.m., we are talking, sorry, I meant August 19th. Yeah, we're talking about essential oils and CBD. Next week, you'll see we're discussing Young Living's business opportunity, then recipes to make over your medicine cabinet. The following week, essential oils in a healthy home, then essential oils and pets. So be sure to tune into any of those. I am Jade Elmaleh, and I have been working with Young Living and doing this business since, I think it's 3.5 years now. And I'm super passionate about empowering people with the knowledge of how to embark on a wellness journey, caring for their family using natural plant-based products. In short, I got started because I had some health concerns with my 16-month-old. Didn't realize that they would help in the tremendous way that they did. It was easy and natural for me to share with others, and they've definitely changed our lives. And I mean that sincerely. We no longer use traditional medicines for so many things. We now use essential oils for all sorts of things: headaches, temperatures, preventing sickness, and I have absolutely noticed that we are also all much healthier for it. So just a huge change in my family in terms of we used to be visiting the pediatrician often, and now we hardly ever go, which is amazing. And I haven't taken an antibiotic, neither of my kids, since we've had these oils. So I'm not saying that these should take the place of anything else, but I do want you to know that there's definitely power in plant medicine. And yeah, it's just so empowering. So therefore, I'm very passionate about it. Okay, so today we are talking about CBD, Nature's Ultra, and we're going to discuss these products, how they work, what they do, and why they are pretty darn amazing. So here's what you need to know about Smart Spectrum CBD. So our overview tonight, I've gone over an introduction. I'm going to talk about essential oils. That's important because they are infused in our products. This is the only CBD line that has come together with Young Living to bring you the most beautiful symbiosis of essential oils and CBD. And why Young Living? We're definitely going to discuss that. Super important because there's so many other choices on the market today. All about some CBD basics, and then product info and usage, and some specific applications. And then we'll go over a recap and discuss what's next. Okay, so what are essential oils? So essential oils are the lifeblood of a plant. They are there to protect and strengthen the plant. Each one is unique and volatile. It's a fluid. It's adaptogenic, and all of them are antiviral, antifungal, antiseptic, and antibacterial. Young Living has over 200 essential oils. We have the most of any other company, and we use them for all different things from, oh my goodness, I'm not actually even thinking in my brain, shingles, which someone asked me about that, to head tension and aches and pains, to better sleep, to stress. I mean, they cover a large umbrella of ailments that people have. And then of course, it's just a nice natural way as well to get a room to smell nicer versus using candles, which are toxic, or using, burning oils, which doesn't really help because it breaks them down. Okay, so where are they extracted from? They are extracted either from the roots, the leaves, the barks, or the seeds of a plant. It just absolutely depends where the most nutrition exists in that plant. And we use low heat, steam distillation, or resin tapping, again, depending on what we are extracting, which plant. So essential oils are tiny in size. They have 40 million trillion molecules in just one drop, which is incredible. So they are extremely concentrated, and they are about 70 times stronger than the natural, herbs that you find in your garden, your basil and such. Okay, so why Young Living? It's the only company that goes beyond organic. And what do we mean by that? I mean that organic is it's a standard. It's a standard of, measurement to decide Are you growing your crops correctly? Are they organic? Are there no pesticides? And every single country has its own set of standards. So where I live in San Diego right now in California, and yes, I'm South African. Yes, I have dual citizenship and my heart lives and breathes South Africa, but I'm currently in California. Over here in the United States, they have the USDA. That is the certification process. In South Africa, it's EcoCert. So they are different in every single country. And I can tell you that, as an example, the United States says that a farm needs to be pesticide-free for at least 3 years before you can claim that you have organic produce. So they don't really do much testing. They just have these set of standards. You apply for it, and then you can get this certification. Now, Young Living goes far beyond that. They test the air quality, the water quality, the soil quality. They can detect something as small as 1 drop of something that is not right in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. And depending on what that thing is, they either will rectify it, remove it, start from scratch. There is never, ever, ever any compromise on quality. And I mean, this has happened time and again. We had one situation where Vala, that oil was actually, it was blue spruce. We had an issue with supply, and there was something that Gary Young, our founder, was not happy with. And it took 2 years to bring Valor back. The company lost billions of dollars, but that is the kind of thing that they do because they believe in giving quality and not giving quantity and not mass producing rubbish. So this is super important. Our essential oils are 100% pure. And so there's no synthetics in them. There's no fillers. There's no carrier oils. We do a one-time distillation process only, which means, as an example, if you went to a coffee shop and you ordered an espresso, you watched it go through the machine. It had, you got the freshest from the beans. It went through the whole machine one time. Yours is the strongest and most potent, and it's a one-time distillation. Imagine that somebody else came in and the barista added more water, didn't change anything else, just added water to get it to run through the machine. And so by the time, like, let's say the 5th person came in, the barista was adding more water each time. So that 5th person drinking the coffee is now getting a 5-time distilled coffee, and it's tasting quite watery. But if she were to complain, the barista could say, you asked for an espresso and you watched me make it. We argue, no, we want one-time distillation. We want the first time and the strongest and most potent so that it is effective. This is why you'll also notice you need very little of our essential oils. So we also have what is called a seed to seal promise or quality commitment that we stand by, meaning Young Living, literally from the time that the seeds are chosen, which of course are non-GMO seeds, until the time that a bottle of essential oil is sealed, hence the term seed to seal, we are controlling and watching every single part of the process. Every other company is outsourcing something. So they're either taking their essential oils, getting bottled somewhere else. That's compromising it. We don't know what happens during that transit. So every little piece of it is getting checked and tested and is under our umbrella. And of course, we bring in third-party testers of our product because it would be very biased to say, oh yeah, it's brilliant, it's good for us. So we do bring in third-party testers to come in and assure that what we're saying is lavender, and it's 100% lavender, is in fact 100% lavender. So we own our own farms, and we have a very open door policy. We're extremely transparent. We do in-house testing, external testing. There is nothing to hide on any Young Living farm. There's no secret door that's locked where we keep all the chemicals. So everything is open and out there, which for me is as if you are going to a restaurant and you're ordering a grilled salmon in olive oil because you're lactose intolerant. You can see the open kitchen. You're watching that chef use a good quality olive oil and make your fish. And you know that that was, fresh caught, amazing quality fish the way that you wanted it. That is what Young Living believes in. So it's the only company that also allows visits to their farms, and they're very proud of what they do. They will take you around and they will show you, and the people that you meet are incredible. I've been lucky enough to visit 3 different farms, from Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood in Hawaii to the lavender farm in Utah. I've gone there about 2 or 3 times, and they grow tons of stuff. And it's just incredible to see the love that goes into what you are getting. So another quick idea of why Young Living is they believe in the pillars, like the 3 S's: sourcing, science, and standards. So sourcing, to make sure to find where a crop is going to grow best. It's a global company. So a lot of people think, oh, you know, I'm supporting a US company. No, you're not. You are supporting local economies, especially if there is a farm that is local. And yay, there is one in South Africa, which is so exciting. They're just working to get the quality commitment up to our seed to seal standard, and also making sure that it is actually safe to visit. That's a big thing for South Africa, of course. So as soon as those 2 things are met, they will open their doors and people can come in and visit, which is amazing. So sourcing, there is a huge team that goes through the world finding the very best quality. For those of you who watched our Ningxia class, the Ningxia Red, you'll see that we found this place in northern China. It's called Ningxia, and those are goji berries or wolf berries that are actually grown from, they're getting water from glaciers, and they're grown in earth that has volcanic ash. It's from lava. So the frequency even that's going into these wolfberries is extremely high. So this is super important for Young Living. We make sure that it's way more than just organic. We make sure that the people that are working for the farms are understanding what is valuable and important for us as a company. Okay, so that's a little bit about sourcing. The science, oh man, the science, I mean, it's insane. They have, and I spoke a little bit about the sourcing, they have industry-leading research and quality. The equipment that they use is absolutely insane. The machinery is the same as what they use in high crime scene investigations, where they can find the most minute piece of evidence. They use that same equipment for our essential oils and for our products. So they really can find something, for example, lead or anything that's in it that shouldn't be in there. And if it is that way, then it absolutely is never ever used. It is not produced. They will scrap it. And of course, if it's something like lemon and maybe we're not going to put it in bottles, we do try our best to be sustainable and reuse it on the farm. So very, very waste mindful, so that things are not wasted, but definitely will never produce rubbish stuff just for the sake of making money. Okay, so we do third-party testing, which I spoke about, and innovative product development. So we use effective formulas, you know, with clean, innovative ingredients. And then standards. We have insanely high standards. As I said, any other organic standard, we far supersede what theirs are. So we really can study and see what's been happening in soil for years past. You can really pick up all those things by taking different samples on the soil. They do lots of different things like micro batching, where they go out at different times in the day and they harvest a plant, and they'll take from their plant at 12 o'clock, midday, 3 p.m., 6 p.m. They work through the night, 9 p.m., 12 in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. and they actually will test and see at which time when we harvest is going to yield the most nutrients. Not only that, but also distillation time. They've also come to learn that if you were, starting to distill at, let's say, 26 hours of it steaming, there is more potency. This example I'm giving is with cypress oil. If you do the distillation at the 27th hour, they have found that the benefit and the constituents is drastically reduced than if you do it at the 26th hour. So it's this kind of detail that goes into every single product that is produced within Young Living. All right, so now let's talk about CBD. So the same thing, we are working with a company called Nature's Ultra, and they've come together and are marketed as Young Living with Nature's Ultra. There is a big reason behind that. There's a lot of legal implications when you say that your company is going to carry CBD. So this way it works much better. They are the leader in their understanding of a marijuana or a hemp plant, and Young Living is the leader in essential oils and the way that they test and the way they produce products. So you bring the two together and you've got this beautiful, incredible product in your hands that's going to have CBD, which is absolutely controlled as well. meaning the amount of milligrams that are in this are exactly what it says. Sadly, so many other CBD products, you don't really know exactly how many milligrams you're getting. So therefore, there's no science in that, because we cannot actually have a controlled test to say, oh, you should use 300 milligrams, because you actually don't know if you're getting 300 milligrams. There's other problems, which I'm going to discuss and just explain to you why I wouldn't back or use any other product other than knowing that you've got, Young Living backing this CBD, and the fact that all of them have got the seed to seal quality commitment on it. So Nature's Ultra products meet Young Living's world-class standards for quality and purity. They align with the seed to seal quality commitment. They're verified by an accredited third-party lab and contain 0.0% THC. What is THC? It's the stuff that is found in marijuana that makes us high, okay? So some CBD products out there actually still have some traces of THC. That is not okay. We do not want that, because we have people like, especially in the United States, this is a huge concern, pilots, people who are long distance, drivers, truck drivers, etc., who want the benefits of CBD for pain and such. You do not want to put THC in this product, because if they are going to be a little bit loopy, I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like getting in a plane with a pilot who's kind of, envisioning that we're actually flying to the moon. No thanks. I'd rather be in a rocket ship if I was going to do that. Okay, so non-GMO, nothing is genetically modified. By combining the untapped potential of CBD with the proven power of Young Living essential oils, we hope to create therapeutic solutions for all, and we call this Nature's Ultra Smart Spectrum. So we've carefully aligned each of our formulas to include CBD and essential oils, so our products deliver unrivaled purity and performance. Super important. All right, so these are the three methods that we use essential oils. Sorry, and I just jumped across. Whoops. And they are namely aromatically, topically, and internally. And you'll notice that on the topical, we actually have our image here of our roller bottle called Calm. So this one we're using topically. We're not really allowed to say yet that we can use this product internally, but I'm going to tell you as friends that yes, I do put a drop sublingually under my tongue, and I'm alive to tell you that no, I didn't have some trippy high, and to tell you that it's an amazing, amazing thing that really helps to calm and works. So we can, our products are safe enough to use internally, but we are still waiting for the licensure to actually state that and be able to share more about that. But I can tell you, as like a little verbal disclaimer, I'm sharing what I'm doing for me and my family. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not here trying to diagnose and telling you guys how much to take and what you should do and how to take it. So the other way that we use essential oils is aromatically, which is using a diffuser or dropping in our hands and making an aromadome. So how quickly do essential oils actually work? Well, in 22 seconds, the molecules reach the brain. In 2 minutes, they are found in the bloodstream. In 20 minutes, they'll affect every cell in the body. And how is this possible to work so quick? Well, it's because of their tiny size and our inherent human receptors, which makes it a perfect natural medicine. The best way that I like to explain this is it's almost like a code that plants have, like a DNA, if you will, and it gets taken into our body, and our body interprets that and knows what to do with that. So it breaks it down, it uses it, gets rid of whatever it doesn't need, okay? So what is CBD? CBD stands for cannabidiol, and cannabidiol is one of the primary natural cannabinoids found in the industrial hemp plant. So what is a cannabinoid? There are over 100 unique chemical compounds found in both marijuana and hemp, and they are called cannabinoids. And the two most famous cannabinoids are CBD and THC. So THC is the cannabinoid found in marijuana that creates a high, and CBD is the non-intoxicating cannabinoid found in hemp, okay? So then what is a terpene? Terpenes are organic, naturally occurring compounds that are found in the essential oils of plants. So similar to cannabinoids. Terpenes bind receptors in the brain, and they work with the cannabinoids to enhance the benefits of a product. So what's the difference between marijuana and hemp? Marijuana and hemp are two varieties of the same plant species. Cannabis sativa is one, and the same plant species, it's both of them are cannabis sativa. So hemp has low levels of THC, it's actually 0.3% or less, and has very high levels of CBD. So Nature's Ultra products contain the CBD isolate, and which has 0.0% of THC, which again is the stuff that makes us high. So will these products make you high? The short answer is no. CBD isolate by definition does not contain THC, which is found in marijuana and may produce cognitive effects such as euphoric or dissociative feelings. So let's talk more about the product. So right now, this is the rub that I'm going to talk about, the muscle rub, and it takes hot and cold sensation of menthol, so it does have a bit of a menthol feel, and it gives it a boost by infusing it with these Young Living essential oils. There's camphor, clove, helichrysum, which is the most phenomenal healer. Helichrysum plant I'm obsessed with, in love with. Yes, it's a little bit more of a pricey essential oil, but I think every house needs this oil. My daughter was running and playing in the kitchen just yesterday, didn't see the corner of our stone counter, clapped her head square over here, goose egg in, 10 seconds, goose egged. We ran and got her ice, and then I ran and got my helichrysum. I swear to you guys, I'm so mad I didn't take a picture at the time. I was just so busy with her. Within 1 to 2 minutes, that goose egg had totally come down. I reapplied it before she went to bed. This happened about an hour before bedtime. Reapplied it before bed. Today, she's got the tiniest little mark up here. So that's it. That is helichrysum. And that plant on its own, by the way, if you actually cut a branch, it regenerates itself. It's the most fascinating thing. So it's one of those that you kind of imagine in a science fiction movie, like you're trying to destroy this awful machine and it just keeps regenerating. But this is in a beautiful way in nature. So that plant is incredible. And this is in our muscle rub ointment. So it's a healer. Helichrysum for healer. It has lemon, peppermint, tea tree, wintergreen, and more. So these ingredients work together to soothe your hard-working body. It makes it the ultimate gym or post-workout partner. And it is available in 300 and 600 milligrams, then with the strength, by the way. And something to mention, we use this personally for me or my husband with pain, any aches or pains that we have, and brilliant as a growing pain ointment for little ones. Brilliant. So I love to have this in the house for that. Okay. A little bit more about Calm. This is the roller. So you can create a peaceful environment that will help relax and quiet your mind with Calm CBD roll-on. So we like to use this before sleep. It smells amazing. I absolutely love it. So you just roll it on your wrists and behind your ears like this. And you're welcome to put it under your feet as well. We have the largest pores under our feet. So we get the most absorption of essential oils under our feet actually. But it smells so lovely that I like to have it up close and on my wrists and pulse points as well. So this contains lavender, vetiver, eucalyptus globulus. There are 3 different types of eucalyptus, and they've put eucalyptus globulus in this one. Frankincense, orange, and lang lang. So it's the perfect roll-on for when you are trying to wind down for the night. But honestly, for me, and again, I'm sharing this with you guys as friends, I have no problem to use this on my children. And so if they're being a little bit hyper and going a bit nuts, I love to actually use this to help calm and bring them, just on a bit of a more chilled playing level. All right, then we have the CBD. This is the citrus. This one is one that I'm telling you again as a friend that you can use sublingually, but we're supposed to say that you use it topically and you'd use it on your VitaFlex points, which are going to be, along here and under your feet as well. Either way, if you're not comfortable taking it sublingually, don't. But I can tell you that I have, and I'm still alive, so that's good, and I feel better. So that's what I can share about that. This one has got cinnamon bark in it. So it actually has some MCT in there as a carrier, which is safe for internal use too. Cinnamon bark, which is awesome, and then organic stevia leaf extract. So we like to say that, like any true BFF from childhood, cinnamon oil is warm, uplifting, and supportive. And in a second, I'm going to talk about the other one, which has peppermint. And people say, well, which one should you get and which one should you use? From a Chinese medicine perspective for a second, I find that cinnamon is more like a fire. It's a warming oil. And so I think that if you are generally slower in your digestive process and you need more like motivation for things to get moving, just think of if your bowel movements are a little bit slower and things are a little bit more sluggish, the cinnamon is going to be great for you. If you find that you're more acidic and things are happening quick, then I would go with the peppermint one because it's more calming. But truly, I love both of these in a house. Now, citrus is also going to be more uplifting too. I mean, all three of these are very uplifting, but the peppermint's going to be a lot like calming and soothing, especially if you are someone who's prone to any kind of IBS or tummy issues. You're going to want that peppermint, okay? So the citrus one has got same thing, MCT. It's got the cannabidiol. Oh my gosh, I'm like struggling to pronounce today. Grapefruit, orange, and the stevia leaf. And this one also comes in this is 500 milligram strength. So that is this one. And then you have the peppermint one that I was kind of talking to you guys about. We call it mint because it actually has peppermint, spearmint, and then the stevia that's in that. And it's a 500 milligram one as well. So we say here for a cooling sensation, if that's what you are preferring. So if there is like pain as well, this is really going to help to kind of cool whatever is going on down. So up level your wellness routine. Adding this Smart Spectrum CBD into the mix. Cinnamon CBD oil is if you are like having a midday slump, this is going to give you a quick boost. So around 2 or 3 p.m., a great time to use that one. The citrus one is also very energizing and can be used to power through a day as well. So for me, it's just which one you prefer. Again, you can think of the Chinese medicine, and if your body's needing more fire and needing more warmth, then use that. And if you're feeling like that's not really the issue, go with the citrus one. And the cool mint is like a breath of fresh air when you need a little lift. We kind of say that one is great for morning time. It's going to give you like a pep in your step to start the day. And then we have the calm roll-on, which I spoke about, brilliant to help set up a new sleep routine. And then you have the muscle rub, which is great after a workout or for any kind of aches and pains. So incorporating CBD into your wellness routine is limited only by your imagination. Truly, you can have fun and then you experience the benefits. Something quickly to mention about, well, how do you know if this stuff is working? I just want to talk a little bit about, we all have like a homeostasis that's happening in our bodies. We're all metabolizing things differently. We're methylating at a different rate. And so everybody is different, right? We are all unique humans. Our fingerprints are different and our bodies just work differently. So there is a bit of experimentation that needs to happen to find what works for you. Someone is going to say to you, you know, I tried this and I didn't notice much of a change. And you're like, really? Because, you know, the 500 milligrams feels insanely like it totally works. I need 1 drop. And someone might want to have 2 drops of that. And that's the thing that works for them. So when it comes to this, it kind of goes along the same lines of stress and sleep as well. You need to find what works for you because we are all different. So there is no one size fits all here when it comes to this. It's about being creative and trying them out for yourself. So this is Young Living has created a little premium starter kit, which is awesome because it's bundled. You get a wholesale account with this and you would get these 3 products, which is the Calm Roll-On. That's 300 milligrams of CBD. You get the citrus CBD oil, which is this one, that is 500 milligrams. And then you get the CBD muscle rub, which is 300 milligrams. And that is all 2,340 Rand. So it's a great deal. You can actually get started with Young Living with this kit, meaning it comes with a wholesale account, which is so nice. So if and when you ever want something more, you will pay wholesale price. So no, it doesn't mean that you've now signed your life away to this company and you are going to be, you know, charged something every single month and you are locked in. No. We don't do any of that. It doesn't work like that. But it's pretty nice to know that if you do want something more, you can actually get it at a wholesale price. Okay, and then I wanted to show you, this is the full range. So you have the CBD citrus, the cinnamon, the cool mint, the calm roll-on, and then you've got the 2 different strengths in the muscle rub. Then finally, our resources. So you're watching, our team, Hello Essentials. That is our team, but we represent Young Living. I'm not making these products, and neither is anyone else, because I trust Young Living to do the absolute best job of it. So I'm just here distributing and talking and teaching about the products. And we really believe in getting you guys to be plugged in, to feel that you're getting the help that you need. So we have a variety of helpful resources to ensure that you do always feel supported on your oily wellness journey. So we also are here to share wellness with others. And if you can let us know, and we'll plug you into our business resources as well, if it's interesting for you to do something, different to what you might be doing in terms of work. I have so many people who do Young Living as a side hustle, and it's bringing in awesome income. It's interesting to me because during the time of now, COVID, sadly, so many people have lost their work, lost their businesses, and Young Living is soaring. They saw a 289% increase in 1 month, which is insane. It's astronomical. This is why a lot of our products have gone out of stock. I mean, we're getting things back, don't worry. But this is why, because people are finally wanting to learn and teach themselves about healthier alternatives as well. So some of our resources too, and I want to share them with you, is Young Living has a blog. It's called The Lavender Life. It is such a wonderful resource, and that's where we sourced a lot of our information today. So there is that URL over there, very simple, just youngliving.com/blog. And then in our team, again, we have a Facebook group. It's a private online community where we share our resources with you. There are recipe ideas, there are suggestions. It's very active. You can ask questions. We have a local one, which is Hello Essential South Africa. And then we have a global one, which has more than 35,000 people on it, and it's called Hello Essentials. You need to be invited to that group. So please go back to the person who helped you get started, and they can get you on there. We have so many WhatsApp groups. So everyone is kind of broken into their own little mini teams, and we make sure to take care of you with your questions and recipes and all the rest of it. Of course, we have our Instagram. For those of you, it's at hello.essentials.south.africa. Follow us for some fun tips and ideas. And then finally, we have a lookbook. And this is a free resource, and it is a PDF version. So we do encourage you to read the safety guidelines, which are on pages 74 and 75. And of course, if you're on any medications or have any health issues, always consult your doctor before using oils or CBD. And we do share this with you.